All right, we have one last stacked wall to make, and that's the garage wall. So the garage wall will have brick on the outside. So I'm going to copy this guy. Let's copy him over to here. And there's no basement underneath the garage wall, so the footing will just basically what happens is the contractor digs a trench, just digs a hole in the ground wide enough, and then they just pour wide and deep enough, and then they just pour the concrete right into the ground generally. So there is no basement underneath there, so this concrete wall is not going to go that deep. We'll change the constraints. First of all, let's edit this guy, and we'll duplicate him, and we'll call him the garage wall. And we don't need a 2 back there. We'll put a space right there. That looks good. Okay. And now I'm going to modify this guy. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is change the depth of the footing. So we're going to go click on this, and I want to see the properties here. There we go. And it closed. So the base now is not going to go to the bottom of the basement wall. It's going to be the bottom of the garage footing. So you can see what just happened there. Okay. The second thing we need to do is get rid of the bond area, because there is no bond area. There's no basement. There's no floor joist, and the floor joists are what go into this cavity here, the bond area. But we don't have a bond area on the garage wall. We just have concrete slab 4 inches thick poured out right on the ground. So we have to edit this and get rid of that bond. So let's see. I'm going to take, I like the feature here that Revit is showing me all of the different objects, and this is the one I want to get rid of right here, which is number 3. It's 1 foot 1.5, so I'm going to subtract 1 foot 1.5 out of the height here, but I have to add it back into the height of the wall. So that we'll delete this guy. And then we're going to add 1 foot 1.5 to him, to here, to that wall. So 1 foot 1 and a half would be 4/8, so that would be 9/8 altogether. Revit will fix that, do the math, and we'll say okay to that. Let's see what happens. Yeah, okay, that's great. We have our this is our exterior house wall. This is our wall between the garage and the house, and now we have our garage wall. And in the event, at this point, we don't really know if there's going to be a second floor over the garage or not. That's your design. You will be the architect to design and decide if that's going to happen. And in the event that that would happen, then we would modify the stacked wall and just delete the second floor wall and the second floor bond. But for now, we can leave it like that. That's fine, and we can come back and change it later. So that's our 3 stacked walls. We're in pretty good shape here. We have our, actually we have 2 walls here that are the house wall at the garage, and then this is the exterior house wall. And the exterior house wall at the garage, again, we have, these are just duplicates of each other. And then this is our garage wall. So I like that. I'm going to save it. And we're ready now that we have our stacked walls created. We're ready to start designing the house.